Well, starting a couple of years ago, we were really looking at any possible way that we could cut costs. And we looked really across the board at all city operations. And one thing that we looked at was our whole refuse organization and how we pick up garbage and if there's a more efficient way to do it. And what a lot of parts of the country have done is they've gone to automation, an automated system. So that's when we started exploring it. Was about 2 years ago when our budget problems were really hitting us and we were looking at ways to use technology to be more efficient.
The city needs to save money, and the automated trucks will do that. We can operate the automated trucks with one employee, where we were collecting garbage with 3 employees per route. On the automated routes, we will have 1 person per truck.
We started about 6 months ago saying, hey, this is coming, because we didn't want to spring it on people, because it is a big change. I mean, for people that have lived in communities where you've taken your garbage out to the curb, this may not seem like a big deal, but this had been a part of the way life was lived in Lakewood for, a couple generations. So we wanted to give people plenty of notice. So we started through all of our city publications, getting the word out really last December and January when these budget decisions were made. The biggest change for Lakewood residents is that we're asking them now to take their garbage, which used to always be in the backyard, and on garbage day they need to bring it to the tree lawn. That's basically the big change. Now that's been a fact of life for 99% of the country for many, many years, but Lakewood had held on to this old system where we had city workers go in the backyard. They would drive a Cushman little mini truck back there and go get the garbage back there. So what we did this year was we provided a city garbage can for every Lakewood resident, and it's a wheeled garbage cart that they can take out to the tree lawn on garbage day, and then one of these automated trucks comes by, picks it up, and takes care of it.
We'd like the residents to put their carts out to the curb, either on or next to the driveway apron. They should be closer than 1 foot from the curb and right next to the apron, so that the arm can just reach out, collect the toter, and move on.
They're more efficient. They can pick up more garbage more quickly, and that means you use less fuel, and that means you use less emissions, carbon emissions. That's one way. The second thing is that because the truck is replacing a garbage truck and Cushman trucks that were all part of the system, because it's all in one truck, you have fewer vehicles. So that means fewer fuel, you have less people that have to work on the trucks, so you're saving money and you're also reducing carbon emissions. We estimated that there's going to be about 100 tons less a year of carbon emissions that we're going to end up putting out into the atmosphere just because of this changeover. It doesn't change the way that recycling is done at this point. We are looking at maybe sometime in the future going to an automated system for recycling, but right now we have the same system that we've had before with recycling. What's changed is that City Council passed a law earlier this year to make recycling mandatory. So any Lakewood resident that uses our garbage pickup service is also going to be required to put their recycling out on the curb. Now, we've already seen a huge increase in the number of residents that are recycling now. So we're still tracking the data and everything, but I think we're going to go up to 75-80% of residents that are going to be recycling, and that's up from about 40% that were doing it before. So it's going to make a big difference. We're really ahead of the curve. I think by the end of 2009, we're going to have the biggest recycling participation rate in the entire county. And I really think you're going to see Lakewood being a model. We're going to be using automation. We're going to be very forward-thinking when it comes to landfill use and carbon emissions and recycling rates. So I hope that we're not just responding, but we're actually doing more than we're required to right now, because if you look down the line, I think eventually cities are going to be required to do these things. But hopefully we're being forward-thinking about it and doing it because it's the right thing to do, not just because we're being forced to do it.